Hi, everybody. It's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back again with another review. We are continuing Retaliation Week, and I thought it would be fun to take a look at the Cobra Trooper. When I first heard the movie was being delayed, I actually had the plan to hold back on some figures and you know and explore them and open them closer to the movie time. Well, as of this recording, which is Monday the 4th, we found out that the UK will get the premiere of Retaliation on March 18th. So this is a perfect time. It's the front of the package, it's a basic Retaliation package. And here's the back. It explains, the parachute and all that. You have the cross-sell, the Wave 1 figures right over here. So yeah, let's crack him open and see how he is. Okay, and here's the Trooper out of package. As you can see, he doesn't come with a stand, and this is really the best way I can get him to stand on his own. Now, I don't know how it's coming out on my camera. I mean, it looks a little more gray. This is actually more like a grayish blue, right? Right on the cusp of turquoise. He has these great gunmetal gray gauntlets down to black gloves on his hand. His web gear, which is a grenade bandolier, is blue, matching the helmet here, which is removable. Take that, put it off to the side. Here's the head sculpt. Let's take a look at that. As you can see, he has this unique tactical type helmet or face mask on. I don't want to say it's a balaclava. It's more like a Kevlar type of thing, I believe. And he does have these molded on goggles that are red. Moving down, again, that bluish gray with gunmetal on the kneecaps and the boots. For articulation, head is on a ball joint. Pin and socket joints for the shoulders, full rotation. Bend at the elbow, single joint at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. There is an ab crunch, but the web gear kind of limits its movement. Ball jointed hips, single jointed knees, and no type of ankle articulation. Let's pause here and we'll take a look at some of his accessories. Besides the combat style helmet, which I already showed you, that has the very nice Cobra logo on it, if I can hold it in my hand, he does come with two additional weapons. First is this small handgun, which does fit in the holster in his web gear, and this larger type of device. My good friend Justin Bell, Generals Joe's co-host of What's on Joe Mind, said this was a grenade launcher, based upon the fact that on the bandolier of the figure are grenades. While I do see that there is a grenade launching function due to the elongated cylinder here, I'm sorry, the widened cylinder here, I do notice that there's at least two barrels, which leads me to believe, based upon this additional attachment here, that this could be a combo grenade launcher slash flamethrower. Yeah, because just basing on movies I've seen, this is usually the canister for a flamethrower. Kind of makes sense for what they're doing. The weapons hold okay. There is obviously issues getting this into his hand and staying in his hand due to the way the grip is designed, but you can get it in there, and I'll show you that at the end of the review when I'm posing it. Now there is one additional accessory that's kind of fun and interesting. The biggest accessory he comes with, or I should say it comes with, since we really don't know if it's male or female, is a parachute. The harness and parachute is repurposed from the Captain America First Avenger movie line, as well as the Avengers movie line. where basically there was a deluxe figure set that had Captain America with a parachute. The harness opens from the side and can be slipped in. We'll get to that in a moment or two. Let's just focus on the parachute here. I should mention that it is made of like a fabric of some sort, unlike the older parachutes from back in the day that were basically like a thin, almost paper-like vinyl. And here, as you can see, has a beautiful Cobra logo painted on it. I'll go ahead and show you how to hook everything together in just a few minutes. Okay, let me just say right off the bat, this is more for parents who are buying this for their children. Consider this a little bit of an instructional tutorial on how to attach the parachute harness and the parachute. First of all, the instructions only focus on how to throw the parachute. They don't tell you how to get the harness on. I actually had to consult my good friend Justin Bell, Generals Joe's co-host of What's on Joe Mind, website for the review. Unfortunately, I found that maybe there were some discrepancies between what he said and what I feel is best. First of all, he says that the parachute harness can fit over this web gear. Technically, that is true, but it doesn't sit comfortably, and it does make it more difficult to get the harness on, to the point where you are bending this harness in such a way that pushes my personal comfort zones in terms of getting close to breaking the toy. So first, what I would recommend, well, if you decide to try to do this with leaving the harness on, remove the pistol from the holster. Unfortunately, that does take away from some of the battle-ready play value, but it is a little bit less of a chance of losing the weapon. The web gear does go on and come off easily with the head attached. The parachute harness does not. What you're going to have to do, and again, this does take away a little bit from the realistic play value, meaning being able to have them land, drop the harness, and go, is you have to take the head off. Now, this does bother me a little. Number one, each time you pop the head on and off the joint, you are putting pressure on the peg here, as well as loosening up the friction between the head and the peg. Over time, with repeated play, there might be a chance that this head won't fit on properly. Next, you're going to the harness opens from camera right, which basically, if you're holding it like I am, it would be your left. So you're just going to go ahead, slip the leg through like this, and as it gets closer, you want to position the arm in. Now, this is where things get a little tricky. Even with the head off, it is still quite a tight fit to get the harness on over the peg. You then want to come around on the side here and peg it into place. I should tell you that I almost ripped this front pack off trying to open the harness because I didn't realize at first it opened from the side. You can snap the head back on, and if you're so inclined, add the helmet. I would wait until you attach the parachute. Now, I'm keeping the main chute off camera just for the sake of the ease. There are little blue clips here that are going to slide in like so into the clips on the parachute. These are held in by friction. Again, repeated play value. there might be an issue. Now, we're going to pause here. I'm going to try to get this to fly indoors. If it works, I will film a demonstration of how it works. If it doesn't, we'll just come back for my final thoughts on the figure. Well, unfortunately, folks, I couldn't get the parachute to work. I followed the instructions to the best of my ability that came with the figure. Personally, I don't think they were as clear as they could have been. This is something a child might have an issue with and might, discourage them. I consulted Gary, Mike, and Justin from What's on Joe Mind. Mike was actually very helpful. Justin wanted me to throw this figure at my mother. With that said, can I recommend the figure? Thankfully, the parachute is really not the be-all, end-all main feature to the guy or girl. Again, it's trooper, we don't know. It does come with enough accessories to make it a standalone figure. This isn't something I would troop build, especially considering that we're getting the quote-unquote ultimate movie Cobra Trooper later down the line as the Ninja Trooper. I would just maybe pick up one or two of these. I mean, this is the only one I'm going to get. And go from there. But just be prepared that this parachute isn't going to work as well as you would have hoped or you would like. If you happen to have better luck with it, let me know, because I even took this outside and I had to stop because it was hitting the ground so hard it looked like it was scraping paint off the hands. So yeah, do I recommend them? Sorta. Do I recommend them to troop build? Not really. See it in the stores, pick it up. I wouldn't pay a premium for it online. This is your old pal Chuck for the Cobra Trooper. We'll see you next time.